Thankfully, it's going to thaw out this week. Starting tomorrow. I went shopping. It was too cold to film, but there wasn't anything there anyway. Rhododendrons. Got for a good price. 12.98. I usually see them in big pots for around 50. Different kind of evergreen, and I like the color. It stands out. Even though it's so small, it still stands out. I like it a lot. I don't have my glasses on. Two feet wide by 15 feet tall, I think. So I am still trying to plug in evergreen interest before things start coming back. And next year, I'll probably add some, but I'll have most of it kind of checked off the list. This looks pretty long compared to the length of this pot. Never seen one wrapped in paper. It helped with getting it out of the bag. Found another shovel in there. Oh, that's right, because I dumped the rest of the bag in this tub. So the tub and the bucket had a shovel in it. So we'll be able to get this growing probably for about 3 months before the ground outside is warm enough to put it in the ground. I have 7 or 8 blueberries already in the yard at different stages of development. Some producing well and some not. Probably have 4 that are producing well. And these 2, I think, are the last 2. And then it's just a game of waiting for them to produce. I like this one. I think this one's in good shape. It's got a little broken stem. This one doesn't seem to have a lot of roots. It's always that way. I buy two of something, one of them has good roots and one of them doesn't. And I think that's propagation normal. That's why we always stuff more than one in a pot, because they don't all take. Took a look around for my berry fertilizer because I have a bunch outside that need to be fertilized as well. This one needs to grow a little bit anyway, but I got to keep looking for that fertilizer. I had a lot of berries. Now's perfect time to throw the fertilizer out before the foliage is out. This one also has a broken piece. So my goal is just to get those out of their bags as quick as possible. And I have 3 more, not blueberries. Blue mixed hosta. Why is it mixed? So I have, take these out of the bag and see what I got going on. It's the first time I've ever bought hostas this way. The blue ones are newer on the market and they're pricier. And I don't have any. One, there's 2, and it looks like 4. We have 4. I need 4 little pots. This was also kind of an emergency, needs to go in a pot because it is green. You know, you get it from the store and they're already starting to wake up. They need to be in dirt where they can wake up comfortably and continue growing. Because these also can't be planted out for probably 3 months. But they'll be nice little plants in 3 months. I'll be happy with them. And the blueberry stuff that they were packed in is mixed in with my soil, but that's not going to hurt anything. Just looks like it needs a bigger one. I do have a bigger one. These will probably have to be potted up. That's not big enough either. Bigger. Need bigger. Well, that feels comfortable. that looks comfortable. The difference. It's heading away. If you couldn't see it, you can take my word for it. It's more comfortable in its pot. See, this one's much smaller. So we'll do fine in a smaller pot. Got a pretty good growth on it. Bigger pot. Hi, girls. Oh, my girls are so dirty. White silkies. Digging in the mud. Things are wet. Thawing out, though. I'm waiting for things to thaw out so I can plant in the ground and move some stuff around. Found a spot, room. I have to make room to move a couple things. No, that shelf was dry. Yeah, I need to water. I planted 4 pansies, probably late fall, and that's what we have. We have one. Looks like it's getting ready to bloom, so I had to pot it up, give it new life. Goes under there. This is what's left. Perennials. I've never grown a blue sea holly, but I love them. It's the first time I think I've ever noticed them. Excellent for cut flowers, great borders and containers, meaning I could probably put that in a container. Deer resistant, excellent for cut flowers. Partial to full shade. I've planted these several times and they have not come up. So obviously I'm doing something wrong. I put these back in the bag. I'm going to do some research before I plant them. I have a mess to clean up, which you guys don't need to watch. Oh, look. My Valentine's roses. The pot fits perfectly in there. I was going to pot them there for the deck for later. But they fit so perfectly in the pot in there, I think I'm just going to leave it. There she is. That was a lot of work. I don't even know how long I've been working on that stupid clumping bamboo. But I do have some baby bamboos. Gonna plant. So my gloves are a mess. Trying to get this in the middle. This is the biggest root that I pulled out from the clumping bamboo. And I had kind of thought about dividing that bamboo, moving it around to different spots, and then I decided to move the whole plant, which obviously gives me cuttings with root. Like, I don't have to propagate them, they have root, they just have to grow in. I took this one off of the piece I just planted because it was too long for the pot. They root shallow and out, which was really obvious by the way I had to dig it out. I had to cut it with clippers. The roots that were going out were so thick and fibrous that they had to be cut. But they're not stretching out like the other bamboo. What's the other one called? It's not clumping. Wandering bamboo. This one, the roots wander, but it doesn't grow plants off the root. I stuck a cutting in with the one with roots. That doesn't mean it's gonna root. But that's why I carried them over here, was to plug them in. I have another one. I have another pot. Oop, I have another one too. So 2 more with roots. I'll have to go fish out another pot. It's a root that wants to stick up, and I want it to stick down. Put some dirt on it, push on it, and it stayed down. Okay, so there's 3 in 1 propagation. I gotta go fish for another pot. Can't see anything in here. This one's quite tall. I'm gonna have to cut it down. One of them has roots, one of them doesn't. So now the big pot has 3 propagations in it. Way more bamboo than I need. Hopefully I'll be in the mood to sell this year. Perfect. I can get the scissors and maybe trim up the tops a little bit, but the potting part's perfect. Clippers don't work good with these types of cuts. You need scissors. Go in the ground. So this garden was enlarged. It was fattened up, like right before the ground froze in the fall, so that it mirrors the one on the other side better. So I have more room here. New propagations. Ducky, ducky, ducky. This Mugo pine has a shallow root system and can go on this side of the yard, which I really do need some green. Birds are having a great day. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it yet. Wrapping it up for this episode of Garden Extra. Robin signing off.